Richie Rich Show.
This goes to my narrative, how much a piece of shit Maverick is. Why don't you get the fuck out your truck and help him, you cocksucker? Look, Maverick driver, you see that bullshit? So rather him help this dude back in, which I'm about to get out the truck and help him, this motherfucker just blows his horn. Doesn't even get out the truck and help him. You know, what happened to the time where we used to help each other, right? We used to care and help each other. We don't do that no more. What we do now is blow the fucking horn and act like bitches. You gotta help your fellow trucker. You have to get your ass out the truck and help. You can see that guy's being helped by another guy back there. But ironically, I was talking about Maverick, right? And look how shitty they are as a trucker. I guess I'm on their I'm paying attention to their company, I guess, right? Assholes. Anyway, I hope y'all guys be good. So yeah, I'm at a real tight trucking facility, man, and you know, I missed a time where if you fucking needed help backing, 5 or 6 drivers jumped out the truck to help you. Now Maverick just sit there and blow their horn, and they didn't get out the truck to help the guy. You know, this place here is a real tight backing situation, right? So I just sat there and watched the guy for a second, and I said, I'm gonna go help him. And I looked at Maverick and I stuck my hands up like, what the fuck? You just gonna blow the horn, you bitch ass motherfucker? But that just tells you the super trucker that cocksucker was, right? He just don't want to help. You know, I don't know why, but Maverick's been on my radar. You know, because I think they're just a shitbag company. I'm still pissed what they did to the young man. And it just speaks volumes how the industry just fucking eroded. But get out the truck and help a guy. Like, it don't take 2 seconds, you know what I mean? Because if you're trying to back into a tight situation, don't be a dick and just blow the fucking horn and lay on the horn. Get your fucking ass out the fucking the driver's seat and help somebody, you motherfucker. Anyway, Richie Rich out, man. I'm sitting here. I tried to drive through fucking Atlanta, Georgia during rush hour, which was a dumb idea. So I'm going to take a split break. And I guess I'll be up driving later on, man. Peace and love. You guys be easy. And the lesson for today is don't be a dick. Don't be a prick. Get your ass out the seat and help somebody, you dick. Peace. Hey guys, what's up? What's up? This is the day after tomorrow. And Rich is making a video. Hey, you know, we're at the end of the year, right? And I want to make a video talk about money. I think it's important to kind of check ourselves to see if we're wasting our time out here in trucking, or are we actually progressing? Because when I think about it, right, money this year has probably been one of my lowest revenue years. Well, actually, I can't say that. My rookie year probably was, and my second year. Actually, you know what? Let me rethink that. I think that my lowest revenue, you know, I was in low revenue for a while. I was. I think my best revenue years was 2017 to 2021, maybe 22. That's when it was worth to be a truck driver out here, right? Because we were all doing very well. The market was hot, and you can toss a hat and be successful, okay? And a lot of people did venture into the owner-operator game, you know, and they went and did that. But right now, trucking is kind of floating around that minimum wage mark. It is. A lot of guys out here, and you know, I'm not counting anybody's pockets, and I don't want anybody to count my pockets, right? But the money in trucking is not what it should be right now. And no matter how much positivity you put on it, the truth is dollars matter, right? And a lot of people are struggling out here. You know, I was just looking at, you know, some of my revenues. Now, I've done pretty decent, and where I'm at, I'm doing okay, but it doesn't make it worth trucking to me, okay? Now, I know some of you guys are like, well, Rich, what's worth trucking? You know, what financial goal there do you think is worth trucking? Well, I think as a company driver, you probably, you shouldn't be out here for like maybe $1,500 a week, like take home. If you're a company driver, right? You drive for a company and you're bringing in at least $1,500 take home, then you're doing really well. Trucking is worth it for you. If you're a lease op, owner op, that weekly take home should be at least between 25 and 2,000. Maybe 2,200 bucks a week. It should, on a consistent basis, not once a month or once every blue, but consistently. And I'll be honest with you, not a lot of people are doing that. Not at all. They're not. They're making minimum wage out here. They are. I think anything under $1,200 a week is minimum wage, because when you calculate the hours you put into trucking, plus being away from home and being in the truck 100% of the time, especially if you're an over-the-road trucker, okay? You local guys, kind of a different animal. I hope that if you guys do local, you guys are getting paid by the hour, okay? I did see a local job paid by the mile, which I was like, what? But, if you're getting paid by the hour and there's overtime built into that, then you should be pretty good, Just you have to work your ass off for it, okay? But over the road and regional guys, we need to be higher in pay. We do. Now I know guys will be like, well, the market's fluctuating. It's supposed to go up and down. Yeah, but how can it go from upper middle class to poverty? You know what I mean? As a truck driver. I remember distinctly when I was a young guy, I went to Catholic school almost all my life, from kindergarten all the way up to 9th grade. And I remember being in school, and I had a friend named John. His father was a truck driver. And I noticed his mother used to be on all our field trips. His mother used to be the one that make Rice Krispie treat snacks before they actually became commercial. And every single field trip we went on in school, he was there. She was there, with their station wagon, and they lived a pretty good life. Catholic school is expensive. It costs money to go to Catholic school, but they lived in a really nice area in the town I'm from, and the mother didn't work. She was able to come to all the school functions all the time. Okay, his father was a truck driver, and I remember him telling me that when we were kids, and now trucking doesn't seem like it can do that. It doesn't seem like an upper middle class job. This was a way for an average guy to get a job with a minimal skill, but be able to buy a home, take care of his family, put his kids through college, stuff like that. And right now what I'm seeing is I'm not seeing that no more. Trucking has been so diluted now that it truly feels like a minimum wage job. Like almost if you're better off working at Wendy's or, working at a fast food joint. Actually, and I'm going to say this right, the reason I say this because in California, I was in Livingston, California, and I was at a Panda Express, and they had a Hub Wanted sign out. They were paying the store manager $36 an hour. Okay, that's like $90,000 a year. They were paying the shift leader like $25 an hour. I mean, it was phenomenal. I even looked at Buc-ee's one time. I was in Buc-ee's, and I saw they were hiring, and I saw they're hiring for managers $145,000 a year, shift leaders $70,000, $80,000 a year. And it makes you think, right? Why don't I just go do that? I'll have my freedom, my sanity. I won't have to deal with a lot of issues that you have to deal with in trucking. Okay? And we all have to deal with some crazy issues in trucking. I mean, if it's not the four-wheelers brake checking you and not really caring, if it ain't the shipper receivers, being rude, I just left a facility this morning, right? I'm outside of Birmingham, and when I went to go check in the facility, the first of all, they made you call the number to check in, and she said to me specifically after I gave her all the information I needed to check in, we do not allow drivers in our facility. And I said, what is that about? You know, they don't allow any driver, not even in the office. They want you to put their paperwork in the back in the trailer, and they'll call you when they're done. Now, for some people, that's convenient, and I like that, right? But it made me think that why wouldn't they want people to come inside? But this is the way they treat truck drivers out here. You know, you're almost treated like worse than a peasant. You know, you got dispatchers who don't care. You know, you got other truckers out here who are just nasty. You know, unsanitary. You know, truck stops are always filthy. You know, I had an issue last week. I literally drove to like 3 Flying J's, and I couldn't take a shower because they were all dirty. Okay, the showers were a mess, and not only that, they weren't clean. And this was the middle of the day, you know. So when you factor in all that plus the low pay, it makes you sit back and think like, why don't I just do something else? See, you know, I was talking to somebody about it, right? And we came to a conclusion. You guys remember the TV show The Wire? Anybody on my timeline remember the TV show The Wire? Because what I'm about to reference that. And what it is the corner boys lost a drug package. It was stolen. So the drug lord came down to the corner boys and said, listen, on Friday when it's payday, I want you to tell them we ain't got it. And you didn't like the way they've been acting and then how responsible they have been with our package. So they're not getting paid. The drug lord said to the corner guy manager, he said, listen, whoever complains, those are the guys you check off your list. He said, the ones who don't complain, those are the ones you keep an eye on because they got extra money coming from somewhere. And then the corner boy manager said, listen, these guys ain't going to want to work for me if I don't pay them. And the drug lord said, what are they going to do? Go apply to work at Walmart? No, this is all they know. They're not leaving. This is all they know. And that same analogy goes to trucking. I think a lot of people are mistreated and taken advantage of and not paid properly, and because they're truck drivers. And what are they going to do? Seriously, not a lot of people can escape from this madness. Seriously, they can't. A lot of us went and got responsibilities, and we cannot transition away from trucking to go work at regular 9 to 5. Because if we do, we lose everything. Okay? Not to mention, it takes a long time to get a 9 to 5. Right? As long as you've been driving clean and keeping your nose clean, you can always get a trucking job. Doesn't mean it's a good quality job. Okay? You know, trucking is the only industry where you can have 30 years experience and you leave a company and come and start from the bottom again. There's no high pay. You know, truckers, this is all they know how to do, and they're stuck in this rat race. And, you know, it's kind of sad, really, because it just, what happens is the industry knows this and they take advantage of people. You know, if truckers were like, I'm not working for that, you know, I'm not working for this wage, and they actually left their industry, they would change. This would become a high paying job again, you know. But since they don't, they're like, okay, bye. No love lost here. And they'll find somebody to take it cheaper. You know, I was just listening to a guy's podcast the other day, and he was telling about how he had a load from San Diego to New Jersey. Maryland. A wine load that he took years ago that paid him $9,600. He said he looked on the board, and they were offering that load 2,700 miles for only $3,700. And he said and they were bidding on that. They were trying to take it. It didn't last long. And my point is, we have so much low-bearing fruit in this industry. We screw each other. This needs to turn around and become a high-paying job. Making $2,000+ a week out here should be the normal for truck drivers. It should be the normal. You should be bringing in $8,000 to $10,000 a month. It shouldn't be no less than that. It shouldn't. Now, some of you guys might agree with me, and I hope you would. A lot of guys won't, and that's the problem. That's the problem. One thing I do notice in trucking is that we are quick to criticize and put each other down. We're not unified in nothing. Okay. When I made a video about the Maverick driver who lost his job at Maverick because he chose to walk to class instead of taking a shuttle, even though he showed up on time, people in the comments was like, 100% agree with the company. One thing I miss about being a police was our union. And I'm going to explain why. Even if we were wrong, right? We were dead to rights wrong. I'm talking, we went up some guy's head. We did something that was wrong. The union had our back. They will fight to the T. There's been cases in Philly where the chief of police suspended officers with the intent to dismiss, and the union fought for years to get him back on the police force and won. Even though this officer was dead to wrong, fought for years to get him back. Not only did they get him back on the police force, they got him back pay. Multiple guys. I mean, we had guys with DUIs, assaults, rape allegations, and once everything kind of, the smoke settled, they got him back. That's why I miss about that, that police union, because they were really, they're like, look, we're for you regardless. Okay. We are for police, but we don't necessarily have that here in trucking, right? Because we're all kind of on our own. We're lone wolves out here. So when a guy like me gets on the internet, right, and starts blasting companies, whether I'm right or wrong, we should stick together. We should be blasting them. Because at the end of the day, these companies did some dirty to somebody. It might not be that situation. It might not be that particular situation. But there's an incident where a trucking company did some wrong to somebody. Okay? And this is karma coming back to bite them in the ass. When I made videos about Swift, okay, when I made videos about advanced trucking, when I made videos about Maverick and others, and I'm like, look, this is wrong. I was shocked about the number of people who agreed with the company that are truck drivers, that call themselves truck drivers. There's no brotherhood. Now, I know some of you guys will say, well, Rich, wrong is wrong and right is right. Is it really? Is wrong and right subjective to the opinion of different people? We should be a brotherhood out here. We should be sticking along with each other. When one of us has done wrong, we should stand up and fight and say something. Okay? That's how we kind of change this industry. And this is why, I'm not really happy with trucking, even though I've been doing it for a while. That's one of the main reasons, because like I always say, there's nobody I can go to and say, hey, listen, this company stole my escrow. Okay. This company stole my maintenance account. This company stole my paycheck. Okay. Can you help me? Can you help me? There's nobody to call. This company fired me and abandoned me 1,000 miles away from my home. Okay. This company is not letting me go home for Christmas. This company is making me miss a doctor's appointment. It's making me miss the birth of my child. Okay. This company's not paying me the attention that I'm owed. This company is shaving money off the top of the rate con, which companies do. They do that. you know? So I don't know, guys. I mean, you know, when I sit and think about this industry and stuff like that, it's something to think about. I mean, I really wish that the industry wasn't as saturated as it is. I wish becoming a truck driver was a hard thing to do, you know, so that we can have competition out here for our service, you know? Because you think about it, we're giving our time away for cheap. And that's the most valuable thing on this planet is time. Because tomorrow is not promised. Today, people woke up, and today some people didn't. Okay? Truck drivers and regular civilians alike. So why wouldn't you want to be highly paid for this job? Why not? I do. I want to be well compensated because you're giving up your time to do this job. You're giving up your safety to do this job, you know? So I don't know, fellas or ladies. Just my thoughts. But I caught Maverick doing something stupid again. And at the beginning of this video, y'all take a look at it. You'll tell me what you think. You know, I don't know, man. It's shit like that guy that just sours my stomach, man. You know, it's a lot of guys like that out here. Selfish. They only care about me. And that's probably why the industry is where it is, you know. They only care about themselves. You know, you see it every day. Whether it's a guy blocking the fuel aisle or refusing to get his truck to help another truck driver, or cutting you off in the parking lot when you're trying to back, you know. So, anyway, peace and love, and it's some food for thought, y'all. Be easy. Until next time, we'll talk. It's the end of the year. It's almost Christmas time. My advice to everybody on the road, go home. I bet you if everybody went home, the rates will go up. I bet you if everybody took Christmas off and went home, rates will go up. Don't be out here for Christmas, y'all. Try to go somewhere. I don't care if you ain't got no family. Get a hotel room, get a nice shower, get a nice meal somewhere, and just stay off the road for a little bit. Okay? Peace and love. Y'all take it easy.